What's going on, and welcome back, everybody. So in this one we were working on a 2011, 2010, 11, 12, something like that, Equinox. We have no AC or blowing warm. So we have a leak, and it is the condenser. So different ways you can determine if you have a leak. You can add dye, charge it, run it for a while till it gets warm again, and when that refrigerant leaks out, you have, that leak that you can see. The dye is UV, so you can use glasses and a black light to see the dye, or you could also just see where it's leaking out. On this particular vehicle, I didn't have to use dye because we can see where it's leaking. So up under here, this condenser right here, I don't know if you can see all that, but that is characteristic of a leak. There's oil in your AC system, and when it leaks out, everything sticks to it. So it kind of looks furry. So that's definitely an indication we got a leaking condenser. So we are going to change the condenser, and I think we got to remove the front bumper. Not entirely sure. I'm going to look into it, and we'll get it changed because I got a new one for this car. So you should always go and have your AC system evacuated at a shop somewhere if there's still any charge left. But a lot of people just let their stuff leak out and continually recharge it. So essentially, that is venting it to the atmosphere. The same way that if you pulled the line off and vented it to the atmosphere, it's basically the same thing. You're just doing it over a slow period of time. So whatever you choose to do, but the right thing is to go get it evacuated at a shop somewhere. If you do choose to pull a line off and vent it into the atmosphere, just don't look at it because it'll freeze your eyeballs or your hands. So stay away. Back away. Run, actually. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and yank the bumper cover off, and we'll get started. Alright, so it's pretty easy. I kind of already got most of the way through it. So you got to take these clips out. There's some push retainers. The center section pops out first, like such, and then you can pop the rest of the clip out. Really helpful if you have a set of these guys right here. Very nice for that. And then everything else is a T20, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 here on the top of the grill, and you've got one in the wheel liner right through here into the bumper, and then you take off some more push clips, and you got two T20s on the bottom as well, going up into the bottom of the bumper, and then you've got one 7mm that goes up through this hole and pins that, and then you can just yank on this and it'll come right out. So I'm going to take off the two T20s on the bottom now, and we should be good. I don't know if there's any more in the center, but I'll take off 4 T20s, and this side I'll take out the 7 and I'll pop it off and throw it in the grass over there, and we'll move on to the next step. No fog lights to disconnect or anything, so we're doing good. I only really got like 7 minutes into this so far, so let's see if we can get it all the way off. Oh, there's 7s. Never mind. What is holding us? Nothing. Okay. That's that one. And just like that, it's out. So now we gotta take off these little shields here. Looks like they got the retainers right here. Get under there. We can just you don't want to break it, but sometimes you gotta be aggressive. Maybe we'll take this one out. These little guys. And we can. Oh yeah. Got a very obvious leak here, guys. Oops. I'm gonna just unplug our. This is our fresh air temp sensor. Oh, we got a couple more push retainers in the bottom. Go. It has the same type of retainers in here. Oh no. I think this just lifts up and off the condenser. Pops up and off. Okay. So you'd reach in, pull up from the bottom. And we're there. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and evacuate the condenser. I'll do that off camera. So really all you're doing is these two 13s here. 1, 2. Now once you get those two 13s out, they can be rotted. So I would spray a little WD-40 on it so you don't snap, because you'll totally, if you try to go for it, you'll snap this bracket right off the radiator. So you kind of want to work it. You're better off busting this thing than breaking the radiator tab off, because that would suck. But whatever, as long as you got one of them, I would put a zip tie around it or something. I'm sure it would be fine. But do a little WD-40, save yourself the hassle of breaking it. This line right here comes out of this little clamp here. There's like a little clamp this goes into. It comes out of there, give you a little more slack. And then pull the two 13s off of here. These are also a little bit crispy. And then this thing just, we're just gonna lift this right up. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. That's it, guys. Look at that. You can tell clearly it was leaking. See all that green stuff there? So that was all oil and stuff. So when we put this new one on, we're gonna do a little bit of oil in the lines, just to add a little bit of that oil back into the system for the compressor, because we lost a little bit. And usually when you do put dye in it, you usually put a little bit of dye in some PAG oil. And so I have a little PAG oil here, no dye in it, but I'll add just a little bit just to replenish that oil that we lost, keep the compressor happy. But yeah, we're looking good, guys. It's a really easy job, honestly. Definitely something I'd attempt yourself, especially if your refrigerant system's already empty, or if your compressor's not kicking on. This compressor was kicking on, so it wasn't that low. So you can turn the AC on, see if the compressor turns on down there. You'll see the clutch will engage. So you got the alternator right here, and then all the way down at the bottom there is your compressor. And hard to see, but it's this guy right there. And when that clutch engages, it will spin, and it'll actually spin the compressor. You'll hear it engage, and you hear the compressor, and that's when you'll start to feel this line get cold. So when you feel this line get cold here, that means it's working. But if you feel the line getting cold and the compressor's turning on and off, cycling, that means you're low on refrigerant. Or if it's just not that cold, if it's blowing kind of cold, the compressor may stay on, but you may have a leak because you may have air in the system or something like that. But if the compressor doesn't come on at all, you're pretty much empty. I'm not saying you're guaranteed to blow the line off and not have a problem, but you probably don't have much in there. So, yeah. Anyway, we're looking at some dark spots on the radiator there, but I wonder if this thing was leaking on the other side too. No, I don't think so, but it was definitely leaking over here. You can see that. So we got our new condenser. We're just gonna put it in the reverse. Shouldn't take me too long, and we'll get this thing charged up. Okay, so something to keep in mind is you have these little seals on here. Don't lose those. The old one will still be on there, and as long as you didn't have a leak from that side here, which we didn't, we should be okay to reuse them. But also not a bad idea to get new seals here. If you're doing this whole job, in hindsight, I kind of wish I got new ones, but we're gonna ship it. We'll see what happens. I'll be the one charging it. No big deal. But if you were gonna take it somewhere and have them charge it for you, I highly doubt that after you waste all their refrigerant, that they're gonna be thrilled with you when you do that. So I would definitely get some new seals and before you take it somewhere to have it charged. Also, our studs are missing. So we have to take the studs from the old one. So typically you'd use a inverted Torx to remove these studs. They're like a E-series socket. You can see it's like a Torx head on there. But I happen to have a 7/32 6-point that fits on there. So we're gonna try to use that to get the studs out. And if we don't, we'll just find a bolt that goes in there. But let's see. I'm gonna do this off camera because I don't know if it's gonna work or not. I'm hopeful. Okay, fine, I'll do it on camera. Hopefully it doesn't strip it out. Oh, it's doing it. That's wonderful. How about this one? Oh, maybe not. All right, let's do that one off camera because you guys saw one. Two's gonna be bad luck. Okay, so I rounded that one out terribly. So I was like, all right, I'll use a bolt. And then it turned out this was too long, or I had too big of a end on it with no threads that was hitting. It was bottoming out. So I was like, all right, let me look at my bin here, bin of stuff. And I found this, which is just something that I think came with my turbo for the 5-bolt downpipe flange on the Accord, but it just ended up working. I love keeping spare parts and stuff. So we've got ourselves a new stud because I rounded it. And I can't find a pair of vice grips. So I'm gonna just tighten this with some pliers and then we'll get it cranked down. And I doubt we'll have any issues with this guy. But yeah, just crazy stuff, guys. You know, what are the chances that I had a stud that'll work perfectly too? So I'm just gonna yammer 13 down on there. I got both of these tight and we're going back together. No big deal. Little problem, but if you guys have the correct E-series, this probably won't happen. Or you could buy new studs, or get a genuine condenser, not an aftermarket like this. Because some of these aftermarket ones are just, you know, they don't even come with studs. Like, what the heck? So, plan for that in this job. But a few things could go wrong, but still not too bad of a job. So, that's it, guys. All set. And another one fixed. So, I'll charge this thing up. And the AC should work. Unless there's another leak, you know. And then we'll find out. But for now, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully this helped somebody save a little bit of money. And that's kind of the goal here with these repairs, is save you guys some money doing this stuff yourself, because it's doable. It's not that hard of a job. You look in there, we got a nice new condenser. So yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching. Consider subscribing, and peace. We'll see you in the next one.